Hello. Today we will be learning about connecting English with mathematics and graphing lines. So first we need to translate each phrase into an algebraic expression. So first we have 4 less than twice a number. So twice a number would be 2n, and 4 less would be minus 4. Now in this example, I'll use n for the variable, but you can also use x, which is another common variable. Next, we have 2 more than half a value. So half a value would be 1 over 2, and 2 more, half a value, so 1 over 2n, and 2 more would be plus 2. Next, we have a number decreased by 7 times another number. A number decreased by 7 times another number. So a number decreased by 7 minus 7 times another number. So what I'll do here is I'll put brackets around the first part, and then by putting a bracket around it and an n outside of it, it means that this number here, n, is going to be multiplied by a number decreased by 7. Next, we have a value increased by the fraction 2/5. So a value increased by the fraction 2/5. So n plus the fraction 2/5. Alright, so here are some more examples. So next we have a number divided by the sum of 4 and 7. So we have a number divided by, the sum means addition, so 4 plus 7. Next we have twice the sum of a number plus 4. Twice the sum of a number plus 4. So we have a number plus 4, and this is the sum, and twice means you multiply everything here by 2. Next, we have the sum of 3/4 of a number and 7. So 3/4 of a number is 3 over 4 n and 7, so plus 7. Next, we have 10 times a number increased by 150. So 10 times a number increased by 150. Okay, so the next part of this lesson is that we have to find the point of intersection of the lines y equals 3x plus 1 and y equals negative 2x plus 6. So the method that we're going to use is called substitution. So first, what you need to do is you need to write out both of the equations. So y equals 3x plus 1, and you have y equals negative 2x plus 6. Notice here how both the equations, they has y equals the equation and y equals the equation. So we can use these equations and substitute them into each other. So on the left side and the right side, on the left side we have 3x plus 1. So remember, this is equal to y. And on the right side, we also have, this is also equal to y, negative 2x plus 6. We can make them equal to each other because they're both equal to y. Now from here, there are many ways you can rearrange. I'm first going to move all the terms with the variable, so 3x and negative 2x, onto one side, and the numbers, positive 1, positive 6, to the right side. So 3x is on the left side. On the right side of the equal sign, I have negative 2x. When I bring it across, it turns into positive 2x I'm going to move the positive 1 across. When it moves across the equal sign, it turns into -1, and the positive 6 remains as it is. So from here, if you add it all up, 3x plus 2x gives you 5x. -1, positive 6 together gives you positive 5. You don't have to put the positive 5 there, the positive, but I'll put it here anyways. From here you have 5x and 5. So to get rid of this 5, you have to divide by 5. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. Divide by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1x, so just x. And then here you have 5 divided by 5 equals 1. But we're not done yet because we need a point of intersection. We need an x and a y value. So what we'll do is we'll substitute x equals 1 into whichever equation we want to, whichever equation we feel like. So let's just use this equation on the left. So if we do that, we get y equals 3 times 1 plus 1. Y equals 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So therefore our point of intersection is +1, +4. Now, a question you may have is, what if we had substitute the 1 into the other equation? Well, we should get the same answer, but let's try it out. Y equals -2, bracket 1, plus 6. Y equals -2 times +1 is -2. -2 plus 6 is +4. And therefore, this just proves that regardless of the equation you use, you'll still get the same answer of y equals 4. So the next question we have to solve is, what is the point of intersection of the lines y equals -x minus 7 and y equals 3x plus 5? So similar to the last example, we will also use a method called substitution. So first, let's write down the equation on the left side, y equals -x minus 7. And we'll also write down our second equation on the right side here, y equals 3x plus 5. So seeing as how they're both equal to y, we can put -x minus 7 on the left side, -x minus 7 equals, and remember, they're both equal to y, so on the right side we have 3x plus 5. So from here, we need to put all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So you have -x, positive 3x, so -x so we have -x we have -x. When the positive 3x goes to the other side, it turns into -3x equals. When the -7 goes across the equal sign, it turns into +7 plus 5. From here, we have -x, so -1x, minus 3. So -1, -3 gives you -4x equals. And here we have +7, +5, which gives us +12. From here, we need to isolate for x, so divide by -4. Whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other side. From here, we have x equals +12 divided by -4 gives us -3. So we're halfway there. We need to find the point of intersection, so we also need a y coordinate. We will plug in -3 into either equation will be acceptable. We'll use this one on the left. So y equals bracket -3 bracket -7. Now remember, it's important to include the negative before the x and then write out the bracket and then put in the negative 3. Otherwise, you'll get a completely different answer. So from here, you get y equals negative 3. In this case, this will turn to positive 3. So positive 3 minus 7. And then here we have y equals 3 minus 7. Y equals negative 4. Therefore, our point of intersection is negative 3, negative 4. Now, had we used the other equation, we should still get the same answer, negative 4, but let's test it out anyways. So y equals 3 bracket. So where the x is, we're going to insert negative 3 plus 5. From here, we have y equals 3 times negative 3 gives us negative 9 plus 5. Y equals negative 9 plus 5 gives us negative 4. Y equals negative 4. The next question we have is a little bit more complicated than the last one. So firstly, the question says, what is the point of intersection of the lines x plus 2y equals 4 and 3x minus 2y equals 4? So firstly, let's write out the equations. So x plus 2y equals 4. And then we have 3x minus 2y equals 4. So if we rearrange everything with respect to y, we're going to get 2y equals, I'm going to bring the positive x across the equal sign. When that happens, it turns into negative x. And this is originally positive 4, so it remains positive 4. What you can do to isolate for y is you can divide by 2. So divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. Now you have y equals negative 1 over 2x. Positive 4 divided by 2 gives you positive 2. Now, it's interesting because this part, negative x over 2, in your textbook, you may see negative x over 2. It's actually the same thing as negative 1 over 2x or negative 1x over 2. These are all just different ways of writing the same thing. Now, for the other equation, we have 3x minus 2y equals positive 4. So we'll rearrange everything with respect to y again. So negative 2y stays on the left side. The 3x is positive, goes to the other side. Now it turns into negative 3x. And the 4, this is positive 4, it remains positive 4. From here, we need to divide by negative 2. So divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So now we have y equals negative 3 divided by negative 2 gives you positive 3 over 2x. Positive 4 divided by negative 2 gives you negative 2. So we can convert everything into decimals, but usually your teachers will like it if you keep everything in fractions. So now we have something similar to the previous questions. Y equals our equation, y equals our equation. So now let's substitute them in. So on the left side, we have negative 1 over 2x plus 2 equals 3 over 2x minus 2. I'll bring over the 3 over 2x to the other side. It's positive. When I bring it across, it turns negative. So negative 1 over 2x minus 3 over 2x equals, originally this was positive 2, now it's on the other side, so now it'll turn into negative 2 minus 2, and this minus 2 remains the same. So here we have negative 2 minus 2, negative 4, negative 1 over 2x minus 3 over 2x, this will give you negative 4 over 2x, negative 4 over 2x, Negative 4 over 2 converts into negative 2. So negative 2x equals negative 4. I'm going to continue on this side over here. So we'll need to divide negative 2x equals negative 2x equals negative 4. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. X equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 gives us 2. Great. So now we have the x value of the point of intersection. Now to complete this question, we need to substitute x equals 2 into one of our equations. I'll choose the one on the right. The one on the left. So from here, we will get bracket 2 plus 2y equals 4. So from here, nothing really happens to the bracket, so I'll just remove it. 2 plus 2y equals 4. Positive 2, bring it across, the equal sign. So now it turns into 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 gives us 2. 2y stays the same. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals 1. Therefore, our point of intersection is 2, 1.